Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about how to have an abundance mindset, and the universe is abundant. You just got to look around yourself to see that. But so often instead we focus on the lack of things, and focusing on the lack of things because of the law of attraction, and whether you believe it or in it or not, it works. Focusing on lack means that you're going to attract more lack, and that's not a good thing. So somehow, and we'll talk about that in the video, you need to stop focusing on things being lacking. Start, and this isn't an easy one to do when you've got next to nothing. Share your wealth. Tithing, it's an old biblical way. Basically, you give away a percentage of your money to charity or whatever it happens to be. 10% is the figure that's often suggested. And if you really can't afford money, give time. Because time is actually, if you've ever watched programs like Secret Millionaire, you'll notice that time is almost more valuable than money. Because millionaires can write checks, but they've got the same amount of time on this planet, give or take, as the rest of us. But going back to tithing a second, there's a school of thought that whatever you give comes, if as long as you give it without any sort of expectation of return, actually does come back to you. And the typical figure that's quoted is tenfold, which I suppose is why 10% is quoted, because it would effectively double your income. But try both of them, and as I said, even if it's only a few cents, a few pennies, if you're here in the UK, then that's something you can do. And charity boxes all over the place that'll happily accept just a bit of spare change, or beggars on the street, but you need to know whether or not they're really beggars or whether they're doing it for a living. Some of them do, a bit of a pain. But as I said, if you can't share your wealth of money, because you haven't got any, share your wealth of time, because you've got the same time as the rest of us, and chances are you spend a lot of time in the week that could be shifted, and there's lots and lots of volunteer movements that would more than appreciate your help and time, even if it's only on an occasional basis, only when you can turn up. Find one that resonates with you and go for it. Then appreciate what you actually do have currently, be grateful for it, and that means thanking the universe for it, thanking your lucky stars that you've actually got a roof over your head, food on your plate, whatever else it is, someone nice to be with, cuddle up to in the evening, whatever it happens to be. And again, chances are if you're watching this on the internet, be grateful for the internet, even if it's an internet cafe. And if you got better than an internet cafe, be grateful for the fact you got that. Lots and lots of things to be grateful for. The more you thank the universe, the more you thank other people, because that will resonate with other people, the more abundance you'll start to attract. Try it again. Try being grateful. Try saying not profusely over thank you, thank you, thank you, all that kind of thing, but just a simple thank you or a thanks, or whatever. Or can I help? That's being grateful in a different way. That comes back to giving time. And whenever possible, aim for win-win situations. So often, if you haven't got an abundance mindset, you tend to aim for ones where you win and the other side loses. But if it's win-win, or win-win-win, if it's more than two people, two parties to the transaction, to the whatever it happens to be, it grows exponentially. And next thing is be careful who you mix with, because scarcity mindsets, they're contagious. That includes all the stuff you read on the news or watch on the news or whatever, all those Facebook feeds of negative stuff. That will affect your mindset, and it won't affect it positively. So be careful who you mix with, either in real life or virtually, or both, and adjust as necessary, because scarcity attracts scarcity. And don't focus on how your abundance will manifest itself. It's really, really easy to think, oh, it's got to be money in the bank, or it's got to be that new car on the drive, or even just a new set of clothes, or whatever else it happens to be. It isn't. Don't focus on the specifics. Let the universe take care of that. Just focus on not generalities either. It's a kind of mixture, but don't just focus with to the exclusion of anything else, I suppose is what I'm really trying to say. So don't focus on how your mind abundance will manifest itself in the same way as you probably don't focus on how a route will manifest itself out of your sat nav. You know it'll get you there, and because it's done you there before, even if it's a first time to a new place. So do the same with abundance. Let it lead you there. And mentioned earlier, cut down on news, and that includes Facebook. I think Facebook is supposed to be one of the biggest news channels now in existence, and some of it's real, some of it's fake, a lot of it's biased. and a lot of it is anti-abundance. Hollywood is, even though they earn lots and lots of money, lots of film plots are anti-abundance, and that doesn't help. But news, even more so, it gets accused of being left-wing, liberal, biased, whatever it happens to be, and whether or not it is, that's what comes across, and it'll come across as lack because bad news sells. So cut it down, cut it out if you possibly can, go on a news diet. And it comes back to, again, what I said earlier, look for the positives in your life. There will be positives. It comes same as appreciating what you have, really. Positives all over the place. You've got air to breathe. That's a given, you're still breathing. You've got food of some sort to eat and water to drink, at least. Probably stuff to flavour your water, whether it's caffeine or tea or sugary stuff, whatever it happens to be. Look for all the positives. Look for the fact that you can actually, most of the world, walk to a store at the corner of the road or a supermarket a little bit further, get almost anything, things that royalty wouldn't have had 150 years ago. Kings and queens, emperors would never have had the abundance you've got in your supermarket. And if you add in Amazon as well, yeah, the sky's the limit. So look for the positives. And this is here in the UK called keeping up with the Joneses. Stop comparing yourself with other people, competing with them. It's not a good idea. You'll always see, you actually end up seeing a reflection of yourself, so you'll see what's lacking quite often because that's what you're looking for. So cut down on comparing with other people, but you are you. You're a different personality, you've got different friends, you've got different interests, you've got different everythings. So stop comparing yourself. And this one's simple, but most people don't do it. Keep a gratitude journal. Just jot down last thing at night or first thing in the morning or both times things you're grateful for, or during the day just jot them. Physical journal is best because we connect more with what we write if we've actually physically written it. But if not, tap it into your phone. There's apps for that kind of thing. Whatever it is, just things to be grateful for. And what you'll do, you'll build up basically a gratitude mindset which will bring more abundance into you. So go for at least some of those points, whichever you find resonate most with you, whichever you find seems easiest. Because chances are if it's easy, you'll probably do it. And if you'd like more help, click the links below this video. There's plenty of lots and lots of different help available that you can use to just tweak it. But the key with all this is do it. So thanks for watching, and go on, challenge yourself, do it and enjoy yourself in the process. Thanks.